Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about the unsinkable Molly Brown. She was originally Margaret Tobin. She was born in Hannibal, Missouri, and on July 18th, 1867. She was one of 6 children of Irish immigrants. So the reason I wanted to do this story is because if you ever watch the Titanic movie, she is played as a first class passenger, but kind of a stuck up passenger, but I really wanted to give her the backstory she deserves. Like I said, she was born on July 18, 1867, and she was one of 6 children, and later on in life she met a man named James Joseph Brown, and in 1886 they finally got married. They had 2 daughters that I found of. And Molly got involved with women's rights. She helped establish the Colorado chapter of the National American Women's Suffrage Association. Sadly, though, Molly and James eventually separated in 1909. I found articles that they did stay close. Probably, well, not most likely, but probably because of the kids. But there could have been a chance they stayed close because of them. But in 1912, Molly was on a European tour with one of her daughters when she heard one of her grandson was sick. So this is the reason why she booked a first class passage to the U.S. on a ship called the Titanic. Yeah, that's why she booked a trip, because her grandson was sick. And we don't know what happened with her on the ship. I mean, there's been the famous movie The Titanic, or you can do your own research, and I couldn't find anything that happened. I mean, she was first class, so she might have been in some money at some point and stayed, with the upper rich people. But on April 14th, 1912, about 11:40 p.m., the Titanic collided with an iceberg and began to sink. So, I can't remember if this was portrayed in the movie, but I found articles saying how Molly Brown was helping others board lifeboats. She would help others, she wouldn't get on one first. She was helping others, and it just seemed to me like, as the movie portrayed the actors and actresses, first class went first. But she did help others to the lifeboats, and it was then she was eventually forced to board one herself. Someone eventually got her on a lifeboat. But eventually she tried to get the crewmen to go back to help others after she was on the lifeboat, but they were scared. I mean, I would be too, but honestly, they were scared to go back. But Brown's efforts went down in history. I mean, she tried her best to help people, but unfortunately the Titanic sank around 2:20 a.m. So after that time, after being rescued, she organized a survivors committee with other survivors. So she was trying to her best, to organize this committee to find other survivors that have maybe possibly survived the wreckage. But she was named the Unsinkable Molly Brown. That's the reason for her name, obviously, duh. But unfortunately, she died of a brain tumor on October 26, 1932. It wasn't said if she remarried. I couldn't find out if she remarried. I don't think she was. But I don't know if she actually lived in luxury. I could never find her net worth. But she was inducted in the Colorado Women's Hall of Fame in 1985. So that's something. I mean, she was trying her best to help people as much as, even before the ship, I found out, like I said earlier, she helped out with women's rights. So she did. I think she was a person that helped people a lot. So if you go to mollybrown.org, and I'll list it below in the description, there's actually a Molly Brown museum. It's in Denver, Colorado. The museum is now in her former home. It presents exhibits interpreting her life and her artifacts and possessions. And hopefully you like my little story, my little podcast YouTube story. I just wanted to do another true story, and I like this story because once you see the movie, it's like she's just this upper class person, but it don't really give her a background, and I just wanted to let people know that she was a hero in her own way. And I mean, she was an immigrant that wanted to go to US, but she wanted to help people, it seems like to me. But don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. And if you want me to do another story, a true story, has to be actually true, then I'll do the research on my own and do a video about it.